Old school, so dope, so fly, no lie. And you know, oh God, I got a feeling that I'm about to need her. I'll be real quick.
Come on in, come in, come in. We are. Hey, Demetra, how you doing? How you doing? Extra late, extra late. Trying to get this camera right. So let me see how this looks because I do not like this picture on here. Let me see how this looks because I do not. Hello to all of the certified dimes that are in here today. Shout out to everyone for coming in. Shout out. Yeah, it be like that sometimes. That's what Keith Murray said. It bees like that sometimes. Earth Star, hey, how you doing? How you doing? See what this looking like. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, so it's right on there. It just looks off on my screen. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Hope you are having a beautiful Friday. Y'all see where I'm at already. Saturday. Hope that you are having a beautiful Saturday thus far. And I hope that it continues to be a beautiful, beautiful Saturday. I don't know about you guys, but mine is just getting started. I can't even say that it started yet, but you know, here we are. So let's get this thing started. Me and my loud chair. So if you are having a beautiful day already, let me just see you put a heart in the chat. If you are having a beautiful, beautiful day already, if you know that you're blessed, put a heart in the chat. Butterflyness, hey, y'all look at all these certified dimes showing up on here today. I love it. Butterflyness, Earth Star, Demetra, I love it. Priscilla, oh yes. I love it. Hey, y'all. Hey, how you doing? Hello. Hey. Yes. Come on in. And make sure I put my little banner up. Hold up. There it is. Before we get started, I want to send a special shout out and my prayers out to Tori Love today. We know that she's dealing with the situation with her daughter, and today is the day that she'll be putting her daughter basically to rest. This will be the celebration of her life today. So keep her in your prayers. Please keep her in your prayers on today. And I'm going to thank y'all in advance for that. turn this way so I can see my chat. All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. Now, I'm going to give the disclaimer that I usually do. What am I seeing on the side right there? Hold on. Now, that's a little too close for comfort. Oh, that's a little too close for comfort. All right, I just had to get that right. So basically, we are going to, you digging me? Hey, Lulu, hey. We are going to be addressing some of the things that are going on right now. Understanding that along with the pandemic that we know as COVID-19, it seems that the Blacktooth Streets is also suffering from some sort of a pandemic. And that pandemic is foolishness. That's what that pandemic is. Now, we have to decide what are we going to do with this thing. So with other things, we have people working on vaccines and all kind of stuff. But is there a vaccine for foolishness? Is there a vaccine for that? Amongst all of the infighting, and I gotta back this up a little bit. Tell you that's just too close. Along with, we have all the infighting amongst our people, and this is by our own design. This is self-inflicted. This isn't something that someone else put out there and they have us doing. This is something that we chose to do, that we are doing on a voluntary basis. It's not something that we were forced into doing. So I've just been sitting back and I have been watching. And we have to understand that though we're looking at the smaller picture, this is going on a grand scale. It is the makings of the Blacktooth Streets, basically. You have small bloggers, you have large platforms, bloggers with large platforms, you have people that aren't necessarily on YouTube, but they also have different social media platforms, and everyone is coming after everyone else. Thailand, good Lord. Hey, Pico. So we have to figure out, number one, what is going on? Why do people feel that they have to do this now? And why do you feel that you have to do it at all? Why? While at the same time saying that we are standing up, that we are trying to build, that we are trying to protect, that we are fighting for our people. That's foolishness when your actions say something else, right? You have Umar Johnson and Tariq going back and forth. You got Tasha K, Armand, Storm, back and forth. Different bloggers, back and forth. You got, hey Pep, how you doing? You got different entertainers, back and forth. Everybody wants to go back and forth. And it's not to our benefit. Unique thoughts. Hey, how you doing? It's definitely not to our benefit. Definitely not to our benefit. It's actually detrimental to our livelihood because people are watching. The world is watching. So what are we going to do about it? The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start talking about some things. I've talked about things, just piece by piece. But one thing that stands to be true in this world, and you've seen it, and I'm going to go ahead and say it, that a lot of times on the female platforms, that sometimes the truth isn't welcome. Well, I'm going to tell you this. This is why I am saying it on my platform. If the truth isn't welcome, then I'm going to stay in my own house because I for darn sure don't go where I am not welcome. But this house is my house. So the truth is welcome. Again, I thank everybody for tuning in. I absolutely thank you. And I am so appreciative of everyone that is turning in. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to tell the truth and shame the devil. Now, understand that the last time that I I had some of this conversation the other night, and I ended up being the target of some negative conversation. Didn't bother me, didn't even go check it out. So, like that's where I'm at. So, because at the end of the day, if the truth isn't welcome, then what are we here for? Because I for darn sure didn't come on these streets or no other streets to have folks just lying to me constantly. I don't know about y'all, but that's not what I'm here for. I can lie to myself. Shoot, I got a couple dudes that I used to deal with. They lie enough for everybody. I don't need to go find some new people lying to me. I'm just saying. Not saying that just guys lie. Let me be clear on that because, we got some of us, we can tell a little tale too now. Just saying. So let me make that clear. But today, we're just going to have a little conversation. And I want to start this out because I see this person in the chat. And I'm going to be honest about something. There is absolutely, positively, some hypocrisy when it goes on to what female bloggers say versus what male bloggers say. How the culture responds when female bloggers say something or do something versus when male bloggers say or do something. There's absolutely some hypocrisy there. Now, if you choose not to admit it, then that's on you. But today, the truth is welcome and it will be told. It will be told. And it's not just about bloggers or social media influencers. It's people in general. They tend to support certain things when it comes from this place versus it coming from another place. Yeah, y'all ain't gonna like this. Now, we had another female blogger that spoke on this, and she was light with it. I understand because people were coming hard. They were coming hard. Some of y'all, and it might not be anybody that's on here right now. Boy, I see that the numbers go up when they hear what the topic is. They'll drop real quick, but y'all gonna get this work today. Even if it ends up being 5 people in here, y'all gonna get this work today. So before I go on, Priscilla, hey, Lee Jones, hey, Nene in the truth. Hey. Anybody else that I missed? Hey, welcome to the chat. So let's get started. Let's get started. There is an underlying problem here. There's definitely an underlying problem here. And I'm going to speak to my females for a second. And like I said, y'all probably ain't going to like this. I'm just going to watch the numbers as they drop. And it's going to be okay. The hypocrisy is real. It's real. I've seen a lot of things. I have seen a lot of things. And because in this female-dominated culture, and when I say female-dominated culture, meaning that women make up 80 to 90% of the viewership in these Black tube streets, then I'm going to talk to my women and we're just going to have some real conversations. I see people talking about keeping it real, for real. I keep it real. I'm going to tell it like it. Press pause. Press pause. Press pause, because if you're telling the truth and you're keeping it real and you're telling it like it is, then why are you not asking yourself why women are becoming the targets in male foolishness? I'm going to wait on the answer for that. I'm going to wait on the answer. Why are we sitting over here being okay with cheering on, encouraging females being brought into, being degraded, being chastised, being called everything except a child of God and stuff that has nothing to do with us? And we're sitting up here cheering, yeah. What kind of BS is that? Y'all don't hear me. And I know some people are going to be scared to respond because they don't want folks coming after them and they don't want to be exiled from any of these islands. Bumping Island. Why are you okay with anybody calling any female out of her name? And we calling ourselves women and grown folks. But you okay with that. You encourage that. What in the I don't know who I really am is going on in these Black tube streets? When? Because I want y'all to understand that this thing is universal. We ain't talking about what's just going on in these small streets. When did it become okay to involve somebody's wife and talk about somebody's wife, to talk about effing somebody's wife? When did it become okay to involve somebody's mom and talk about effing somebody's mom or threatening somebody's mom? When did it become okay to talk about somebody's girlfriend and involve somebody's girlfriend? When did it become okay? To involve any other people that have absolutely nothing to do with whatever mess somebody else done conjured up, or whatever kind of mess they got going on. When did it be okay? When did it become okay to us women to allow folks to drag us into their mess, call us out our names, sit there and watch somebody else be called out their names, and we sitting there laughing and chuckling and throwing up 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s for some BS? When did that become okay? I'm here to talk saying that this is some feminism stuff. This is no feminism stuff. This is realism. This is the truth. And the fact of the matter is, if you can't go and do what you got to do and say what you got to say without bringing some women in it and degrading women, then what do you really stand for? Women are there with you to assist you. They are not to be the target or the butt of your jokes. Hey, but if y'all like it, I love it. This is where we are. Now, I understand that everybody's upbringing is different. So maybe that's something that some people are used to. Maybe. This sister right here, that's something I will never get used to. There's nothing that you can do to brainwash me, to get me to ever be okay with that type of foolishness. That in itself is abusive behavior. But we cool with it though. It's cool. It's cool. Right? I watched something the other day. Lord, I watched a lot of things. But let's just this is just what it is. I absolutely have seen guys say whatever they want to say. And I have seen women come and say stuff. And I've seen the women pounce on the woman that chose to say something. Not only did the guys come after whatever female it happens to be, but it's the women that are pouncing. Lord knows if you're going to submit to something, you need to know what you're submitting to. Because at the same time, the same people that you are putting your life up for, that some folks are just looking plain ignorant for, these are the same folks that are going back, and the minute you do something they don't like, you are every B in the book and any other name they can come up with. But we're okay with that. Yeah, we're okay with that. Well, some of y'all okay with that. Because I'll never be okay with that. It doesn't matter if you come back and say, oh, well, I was mad. Let me tell you something. Let's be clear on something. Y'all want the doc to speak? This the doc speaking right now. There is nothing that happens in your life that makes you step outside of yourself and be someone that you are not. Either you are or you ain't. Yes, I said ain't. So there is nothing that someone can say or do to you that's going to make you become somebody that you are not. So if you were somebody that decides to call everybody a bee and a hoe and everything else, then you doing what you do. That's not an out-of-body experience. Everything that's happening is in your body. We cannot be okay with that. We cannot. And when people try to speak up, then they get cursed out. They get voted off the island. They can't come around anymore. If we don't stop with these slave mentalities, then we are destined for failure. And I even have to be a bit more careful with that, because even in slave times, men had way more respect for their women than what they have right now. But we have to understand, we absolutely positively have to understand, it's not about women standing behind men. We have always stood beside and fought for and with men. When that rib was broken and a part of it was, come on now, this is what it was all about. It was not for us to come around. We did not. Nobody created us for us to be disrespected. Absolutely not. Nobody. This is not what we were put here for. Not what we were put here for. So when I started this thing talking about people being gullible and all this stuff, this is why I am doing the series, because there's a fine line. Shoot, there is no line. You either got it, you're gullible or you're naive, or there's something going on right there for people to see the truth right here and come over here and you don't see the truth, but you're watching the same thing. You call something out right here, you see the same thing over here, or you saw it a few days ago, but you only see the wrong in this. When in the midst of most of that wrong, there's some female that is being degraded in the midst of it that had absolutely nothing to do with it. We got to open our eyes. And man, if you are a part of it, you got to open your eyes and stop letting folks use you. If nobody pulled your coattails and said you need to chill out degrading women, then those are people that don't give a flip about you anyway. If you won't allow your coattails to be pulled, then that's a problem. You can't go pulling other people's coattails if you're not willing to let your own be pulled. So I'm going to start off by this. I'm going to start off with this. Any woman that has been disrespected in these Black tube streets, if nobody else apologizes to you, as a person that is on YouTube in these Black tube streets, I extend my sincerest apologies. Sincerely. If your wife was spoken about, I extend my sincerest apologies. If your mother was spoken about, I extend my sincerest apologies. If your girlfriend was spoken about, I extend my sincerest apologies. If your daughter was spoken about, I extend my sincerest apologies. If you were a woman on here that had absolutely nothing to do with any of the BS that has been going on, I extend my sincerest apologies. If you are a blogger on here who has been disrespected for merely speaking your piece or stating your opinion, I extend my sincerest apologies to each and every one of you. If you are a viewer who just happened to run across the foolishness and was offended by it, I extend my sincerest apologies. As a woman in these streets, I extend my sincerest apologies. And no, it is not my job to apologize for other people, but somebody has to be a grown up in these streets. So I extend my sincerest apologies. I honestly do. I honestly do. Because regardless of what goes on, there are certain lines that you don't cross. There are certain things that you don't say. And it doesn't matter if we're on YouTube. It does not matter. At some point, common sense got to kick in. I heard a young lady come out and tell what she said was her story. I saw some people supporting the young lady for coming out and telling her story. I saw other people coming out attacking the young lady. And she was every hoe and everything else in the book. And these were women that were attacking her. I saw some people say, you should have kept your business to yourself. You shouldn't have been talking about that. Press pause on that for a second. If everybody else can come out and tell their business, if everybody else can try to come out and clear their name, then how can any of you have the unmitigated gall to go and tell anybody that they can't come out and clear their name when you got all these other people, specifically males, that get to come out and say whatever they want to say? And the minute somebody else comes out, a female, she's wrong for talking about any type of sexual conversation on social media when we've been hearing it for months. When we got guys coming out claiming that other females went around and slept with people and it was a complete and bald-faced lie, you kept quiet and you were okay with that. But when the female comes out to try to defend herself or speak her own truth, now she should have kept that to herself. No, you should have kept your comments to yourself, because it's showing hypocrisy at its finest. These are facts. These are facts. I watch some people say, well, folks shouldn't have put this stuff out. Nobody should have said anything about that. No, we shouldn't have said nothing about that. Well, listen. And I already took the heat for it the other day, so I'm going to repeat what I said again. And I'm probably going to get talked about again. I don't give 2 dimes in a nickel. It is what it is. If you are okay, if something did happen to somebody's child, and somebody's child ended up getting hurt, or it resulted in something that was even more detrimental, and you are okay with making a mockery of that, if you are okay with somebody trying to contact those people's families that try to bring more harm and more hurt to them because of some YouTube bull monarchy, you're okay with that? Then who the flip do you think you are? You know better than anybody else that's going out here doing the BS. I need you to think about this. You are so caught up in the drama, so caught up in just being evil, that you would sit there and be okay with somebody digging up something that happened years ago to a so-called, if it's true, the person will be grown now. You're willing to go into that closet and dig up something and create a whole new level of pain for somebody just to get back with somebody on YouTube. Think about that. Think about where your heart is on that. Please do not put anybody's name in my chat. Please do not put anybody's name in my chat because I'm speaking as a whole. But at the same token, hold on. And this is why I made the comment the other day. Because if you can sit there and put somebody else's business out there, then you got to be okay with people putting your business out there. If you can put something out there and leave it there for people to make their own assumptions, then you got to be willing to get that same thing back in return. Now, I see somebody just popped up in the chat. So let me speak on this real quick. I saw people say, well, nobody should be speaking on this person messing with this person and what they do at this place. That's their business. Well, somebody just popped up in the chat. And whenever their name was brought up and the story was told about them and people were left assuming, thinking that something salacious happened, y'all didn't have a problem with it. You ran with it. And it was okay. You reveled in it. You rolled around in the mud in it. It was good stuff. But when the tables are turned, here's something that we can do. If you don't want somebody minding your business, stop minding other people's business. If you don't want somebody putting your business out there, stop putting other people's business out there. Let's see how that works out. Yeah, it might actually work. If you don't like people lying on you or stretching a story, stop doing it to other people. See, it's never fun when people make allegations against you. Trust me, I know. I know. But the one thing about an allegation, if there's no truth to it, then you address it and you go about your business. But no, we have turned this into a whole series as the BS turns. It keeps going and going and going and going. And guess what? I ain't never seen the number shoot up so high. If you are skilled enough to develop and maintain a successful YouTube page, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever it is, if you are intelligent enough, because you can't be slow and have something run successfully. So this in itself lets me know that everybody that partakes in this type of stuff has plenty of sense. But I also know that you have sense enough to know that the negativity and the beefs sell. Now, I don't know if all the viewers understand what comes along with that, but I for darn sure do. Now, for the viewers, if you think that people aren't smart enough to understand what you're saying, if you do tell them to calm down, don't do this, you're wrong for doing that, and they're going off and they're not listening, it's not that they don't understand. It's that they don't care. Now, that's me keeping it 1,000. They do not care. Because at this point, it is about the viewership. And there's nothing wrong with that. You do what you got to do for your page. But I'm telling the people that are watching, don't be fooled. There's nobody that's slow that's a part of this game. They understand. If you want that viewership to go from 50 to 200, then you create beef. And make it a good one. If you want to get money out of this, then you create beef. And make it a good one. Make it worthy of a couple dollars. And understand that people, because some people are naturally drawn to beef, because like attracts like. If you're not drawn to it, then you move away from it. If you are drawn to it, you are sitting on your phone and you waiting on this mess to come out. You are waiting. You just sitting there waiting. This person on yet? Is this person on yet? Is this person on yet? Is this person on yet? We're just waiting. Just like the folks that want to come along and still see, you got folks that you want the female to come and save the day. I'm not anybody's savior. When people come and ask me, well, Dr. Rogers, can you work on this? And I say, no, that's none of my business. Well, Doc, can you work on that? No, that's none of my business. And the minute I do go and try to put a little hand in and try to calm things down in the street because it seems like it's going too far, then you got people like this that come up in the chat talking about saving people. I'm not God. I can't save anybody. So whoever that person is, I'm going to need you to go and do whatever you need to do with that, because I can't save nobody and you can't either, contrary to what you might think. People know what they are doing. The only way that an intervention that I do can help somebody, I don't care how much I get paid. The only way that intervention works is if the people want it to work. It's not some magical spell that I cast on people. It's because they want it to work. So let's not be fooled by all this stuff. Let's not. Let's not be fooled by this. And let me be clear with this too. Because I think the person that came here is the same person that put some long comment on there, talking about telling it. Listen, if y'all hadn't learned anything by now, after getting cursed out by whoever, you cannot tell grown folks what to do. Have we not figured that out yet? You cannot tell grown folks what to do. You can try. You can definitely try, but people are going to do what people want to do. And I know we know that. I'm not telling anybody anything they don't know. But here's the thing. I'm a counselor. I'm a life coach. So if you want me to apologize for doing what I do, go take that somewhere else. Go take that somewhere else. You're upset because I don't want to sit and contribute to the buffoonery? Be upset. Go cry me a whole river, the Nile, whatever river you need to cry. Go cry that whole river. Because I will not contribute to the destruction of my own people. Y'all can have at it. Especially to my women. We are sitting up here and we are making sure that the men are good, but we often do that and we overlook ourselves. Because the same ones that sit there and we're holding up signs and doing all this type of stuff to make sure that we are that backbone. The same people will sit there and take the biggest boulder that they can find and try to do everything in their power to break your back. And this is not the man. These are our men. Now get mad at it. You'll be all right. But today we are in my house. If you don't like this truth, every day, every single day. And a lot of times, I tell my clients, don't say every and always. No, this particular time, it is true. Every day. Y'all don't feel like we got enough against us already? We don't already have enough stuff that we're fighting against? Maybe it's just me. Did I bring my... Let me just go over something real quick. In Columbus, Ohio, Corey Goodson Jr. died after being shot multiple times in the torso. His death was a result of a homicide by a police officer. Here's Corey. Shot in the doorway of his house in front of his grandmother and some nieces and nephews. Nobody knows why. The only thing the guy did for the day was go to the dentist to a dental appointment and then went to Subway to get some sandwiches for his family. And he was killed in front of his family. And the police came up with a whole other story. And it has gotten to the point to where the feds have got involved because the DA refused to take the case because they said that the people waited too long to ask them to investigate it. And we are sitting up here worried about some BS. There is nothing that is being said right now in these black tube streets, at least with this part, that is going to help us build. Nothing that is being said right now is going to help us grow. Nothing that is being done or said right now is conducive to us being a better people. It's showing how foolish we can be. It's showing how gullible we can be. It shows a great degree of naivete. But if a darn sure ain't helping us, and if a darn sure ain't helping anybody's cause, I don't care what nobody tells you. This is where we live. This is what we are doing. Bringing people's kids into stuff. When did that become okay? Nothing about anybody's child that has any type of negative connotation attached to it should be coming out of anybody's mouth on here. Nothing. But here we go. The minute somebody says something, you're going to be every B, you're going to be every hoe, and any other name that somebody can make up. And we're going to have those that sit right there and go right along with it and act like they don't hear nothing. And every now and again, they're going to throw an amen in there. Are you right? Because they shouldn't have spoke on such and such. Are you right? Because they shouldn't have did such and such. And they are being completely oblivious to everything that is happening before them because they are afraid that they're going to get cursed out, that somebody's going to go after them. And they don't want that to happen. They don't want to get kicked out of the herd. Nobody wants to get kicked out of the herd. Well, let's speak on that. Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's watching. Integrity is standing up for something even if you have to stand alone. That's what integrity is. So if speaking up against something that is wrong gets you kicked out of a herd, then you better be thanking God that he released you from whatever spell you were under. Because it's not until you get kicked out of that herd until you start seeing the light. It's not until you get kicked out of that herd that you start seeing that you were walking around in darkness the whole time. It is a sad thing to watch our people sit here. And this is why. Understand what I'm saying? When people start talking about justice and all this stuff, and I get quiet and I say, you know what, I'm not going to speak on that because I'm understanding. As a matter of fact, I overstand that some of the same people that are having these conversations, when it comes down to justice and them actually having to look out for their own brother or sister, and I'm not talking about blood, but when you got to look out for your own brother or sister or stand up for them whenever something unjust is being done or unjust is being done, crickets. As a matter of fact, they'll join the bandwagon and start doing the same thing that the other people are doing. They will contribute to it. This is why I say let the system do what it does. Because some of our people are more dangerous than the system. If anybody wanted a true picture of what lynching looks like, look at the Black Tube streets. Self-inflicted. This is some lynching for your tail. My. Okay, baby, I'm going to need you to tell that story right. I'm going to need you to tell that story right. Again, let's not be sheeple. I'm going to need you to tell that story right, because if you need me to tell it right, I'll tell it right. I'll actually play it. I said if the young lady said nothing happened, then nothing happened. Leave it alone. And I'm pretty sure that anybody else that was on here, they remember that. But if we want to get caught up in this foolishness, because that story was another example. Another example. Your folks put your name out there with that stuff. That's my point. You are absolutely proving my point. If what happens with somebody else is nobody's business, then why was what happened with you nobody's business? And I did not want to know any further what happened. I'm going to need you to go and pull that. And if you find it, play it. But I know that people are playing around with stuff. And let me be clear on something. I knew what the story was. And I knew it wasn't what people were saying online. I knew. I need you to look at my face. I knew what the story was. That's why I wanted people to leave it alone. So don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. You can look. But these are one of the examples that I'm giving right now. And even knowing what your situation was, I'm not going to put your story out there because you're trying to follow somebody else up. So we're going to leave that alone. Now, if you want to be messy, you can be messy. Because even after you were messy before, when I saw you, I still came up to you and showed you love. Because that's who I am. Now, if you want to continue on with the foolishness, then you do that. Just understand. There was a reason why I told people to leave it alone. And you know why. Now we're going to move forward. So if we don't want people putting our business out there, then we shouldn't be condoning other people putting people's business out there. Right? Every time we're talking about my family's watched out for my channel. Kevin, is that for me? There was a reason why I was not paying these comments any attention. If you don't go into situations with the right intentions, then you'll always have a mess. You're going to always have a mess. Always. Now, here's one of the things that I want people to understand. Okay. Some people were put in our lives for a reason, and some for a season. That's the first thing. The second thing is, and I want to be clear about this, when I hear people talking about the ego thing, and I want to look in this camera, it's not one-sided. There are a lot of egos ripping and running in these streets. It's not one-sided. And this is why it was clear as day from the beginning that this stuff was only going to go so far because of those egos. They were so apparent. They were so blatant. Now that's me being real. Yeah. True story. Now I know that y'all remember, because just for this channel, when I was giving out this channel, when I was talking about how stuff went and talking about how everybody did a good job, even I kept saying that, guys, y'all did an excellent job. But I said, let's not forget, we got to make sure that we give the female her kudos too, even though the guys were at the front. And I said, kudos for stepping back and allowing the guys to be at the front. That's what I said, because I saw something that I knew was going to go in the wrong direction. It was going in the wrong direction. Because we had this thing where everybody had their platform, which is good, but you could already see from the beginning that it wasn't equal. It wasn't equal. It was never equal. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but I have spent my life putting together stuff for the community and doing stuff like that. And I don't care if I put every dime into it, which is usually the case. I don't care if I came up with it. It doesn't matter what I did to it. Unless you were there with me when I was doing what I was doing. And if you were sitting beside me, I still tried to make sure that you didn't know my maneuvers. Because at the end of the day, if you are fighting for something or standing for something, it's not about an individual. It's not about the individuals whose faces are being seen. It's about the cause that you are fighting for. Period. Now, people talk about a bro code and all this stuff. At the end of the day, breaking a bro code is going and trying to stand there and say what other people didn't do. When you try to call out other people and say what they didn't do, that's when you breaking the code. This ain't about telling that, oh, this person did this with that person. Nah, that ain't breaking. Well, that's part of breaking the code. But no, when you go and try to put yourself in front of other people to show everybody what you did instead of speaking about what we did, that's when you breaking the code. And what people don't understand is until you get out of that type of thinking, stuff will never go right. Ever. And people that are really about something, people that are really trying to affect change, they're not going to be a part of that. So there are a lot of missed opportunities because of egos. And I'm hearing people, I don't have an ego. I don't have an ego. I don't have an ego. That's a lie. It is a lie. And the people that are sitting around and not saying something to you, then they lying to you too. And here's the thing. If I say I'm going to do something and we're part of a team, if I say I'm going to do something and it fell through, you're not going to put me on Front Street. The next person on the team now, the team, they pick it up. That's why you got a team. If something's not there, if something that needs to be there is there, that's what the team is for. And nobody on the outside should know what the flip is going on within that team. All they should do is see a finished product. Drama-free. Drama-free. But this is where the confusion comes in at. In most situations, like when you're doing events, there is always going to be one that does more than the other, monetarily, unless everybody's in the same position. Everybody's not in the same position. Now, you may be the person that can contribute monetarily. This person may be the person that has, I don't want to say the brains of it all, but they know how to organize stuff. This person over here may be the person that when they speak, people listen to them. This person over here may be the person that has the creative niche. So they can put their part in that creative part. This person right here can bring this thing to the table. It's about bringing all this stuff to the table. When you bring all that stuff to the table. See, and this is the problem. People get so caught up in having their name in the front. Oh my gosh, between all of the subscribers and all of the viewers, do you understand what kind of powerhouse you can have? Because you have so many people with so many talents that could be doing so many different things, even if they never showed up. See, this is the problem. We do not understand, we don't recognize, we don't appreciate, we won't even acknowledge the other tools that we got in our toolkits. If you focus on the I, then the only thing you're going to be left with is two things, I and you. That's what's going to be left in your toolkit. And if that's what you got in your toolkit, then you got to claim it because that's what you wanted. You got to claim it. So I and you can go ahead and finish handling everything. You have to utilize the team. There are thousands of people that are involved in all of this stuff. You have other bloggers that can be utilized. I can't. We hear people telling people to play their role, play your position. Like, you got to stay in your lane. Well, if you recognize the lane that that person has, then allow them to do that. But if you say that, then that means that you have to stay in yours too. If that's the kind of thinking that you have. But just like any team, sometimes somebody may get hurt. Sometimes you may have to substitute. Sometimes your position may be this, but because something happened over here, you may have to play another position. And you get chosen for that other position because somebody knew that you could play both positions. They knew that you could walk and chew gum at the same darn time. Just saying. You may be a good shooter, but shoot, you can get that ball down that court too. We're going to have to use you over here. At some point, I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. And I'm going to ask, because I'm starting to see some mess in my chat. Stop with the messiness over here. I am at the place right now, y'all may not like it. I don't believe nobody has the right to call anybody else messy on here. Unless you have sat there and not said one darn thing and haven't participated in anything, nobody has the right to call anybody else messy. These black tube streets are drenched in messiness. It's drenched in it. It is drenched in it. Come on. And I'm not exempting myself from that. When I say nobody, I mean nobody. Either we want something different or we want to stay stuck in the same thing that we are used to. That's our problem now. We are complacent. We done got too darn comfortable rolling around in messiness. Who is going to be the one to step up? I'm not trying to be any front runner for anybody. I am asking who is going to be the one to step up? Because I done been accused of trying to save people. Okay, I ain't coming to save nobody today. Hallelujah. That is not my job. Who is going to be the one to come and say, you know what? Enough is enough. We tired of the BS. If you want to do the BS, then go do it over there. But over here, as for me and my house, this is what we are going to do over here and move forward. Anybody? I'm asking. I'm asking for a friend. Here's the thing, y'all. If you like somebody, you like a blogger, you want to watch their channel, you have every right to watch whoever you want to watch. Here's the thing. Don't be afraid to hold people accountable. That's it. If you want to help make them a better person, then hold them accountable. Not just them. If you see other people that are claiming to be a certain way and you see them doing otherwise, hold people accountable. Stop expecting for some people to be held accountable, but everyone doesn't have to be held accountable. That's talking out of both sides of your mouth. If you want something to be different, change it. Period. If you don't like the way that the next chapter is looking before you get to it, rewrite that mug before you get to it. You want it to be different, change it. If you're tired of the BS, do something different. It's up to you. If you want more positive stuff in your chat, then tell people to leave the BS out of your chat. That's how that works. If you want the BS in your chat, then give the people what they want. And they are sure to be there. But seeing, just looking at what some people are saying, there are some people that are tired. They are tired of all this stuff. Some people are taking this stuff on internally. They are tired of it. Now, I'm going to pull one. If you are tired of the back and forth, if you are tired of the buffale, then let me see you put a one in the chat. If you are tired, if you want things to redirect, you put a one in the chat. Speak up for yourself. If you are tired, if you want to see something different, Look at those ones. I'm just going to sit back and watch this one for a minute. I got to look at it from my phone. Look at that. Any bloggers that are in here, look at that. It's just like an election. The people have spoken. Tracy Bose, if you are just tired, because if you already got a lot going on, this isn't helping. This was the reason why I took the other live down when I was addressing it before, because I was also talking about Tori on it, and I didn't want her name attached to it because of what she was going through. We are better than this. We are better than this. I know everybody knows that. Jeez. Zach Dent, let me put that up there. I forgot I could put y'all comments up here, y'all, but this is true. This is a true story. This is a true story. This is a true story. This is true. So listen. I was watching something the other night, and I saw something that was concerning to me. So what I did was, Supergirl, hold up, let me find that, because I want to put that up there. Here we go. You are so biased. It's disgusting you overlook the deeds of the bloggers you favor. Please tell me. I'm going to sit here, and I want you to tell me who I overlooked. And exactly who you think I favor. So I saw something the other night, and I tried to pull real quick. without getting too deep into it, I said I'm pulling your coattail. Listen to me. I said I'm pulling your coattail. And I did that not because I'm trying to suggest to anyone that you're not entitled to feel the way that you feel about anything. I was doing that because of somebody that was a viewer. It starts seeming like the viewers are being attacked. And these are the same viewers that look out for us. These are the same viewers that fight for us. These are the same viewers that go to bat for us. And I know that a certain response came from it. But here's my thing. We understand that nobody owes us anything. And I've heard it more than once, that to whom much is given, of him much is required. So even when we get upset, we cannot forget and we cannot overlook the people that were and are there for us when we need them most. That was my point. No matter how upset we get. That was my point. We have to be realistic, y'all. We have to be realistic. And the fact of the matter is, Supergirl, you must have just joined this live, honey. You clearly just joined this live, or either you just came in just wanting to say something. Because I don't exempt anybody. Just don't. Oh, here we go. Dr. Rogers, I come in peace, but let's be honest, you do the same thing everyone else does, but put yourself on some sort of pedestal. You do the same. Also, why don't you talk to sis? Number one, who is sis? Number two, when have you seen me coming after anybody's family? Number three, when have you ever seen me tell somebody not to come on my page? No, I could go on. When have you seen me calling people out of their names? So I'm trying to figure out which part of it is being the same. I'm gonna wait on a response for that, because the only thing that you've seen change on this channel has been consistent. The only thing that you have seen change on this channel is me deciding not to talk about the case and stuff that's going on with that because of the foolishness. So carry on. Okay, here's the thing. My hands are right here. I'm not deleting anything. And whatever the message is being deleted before I can get a chance to see it. I can tell you that people know what I stand for on my channel. And so if there's something that they feel may be a bit out of pocket, and it got to be out of pocket. What it boils down to, and I do want to make sure, y'all, if the comment is not disrespectful, I do want to make sure, because I'm on my stream, I can't tell if somebody's comment is being deleted. So if the comment has been deleted and it was in good taste, then my apologies for that. But I can't see that on my screen. I have no problem with apologizing for that because I can't see it. But what I will say again, people want to get upset about certain things and calling things out. Any guy, because I saw somebody saying something about guy, anybody on here, if there's a blogger on here right now, they can tell you, I don't overlook anybody. I just don't have to go and be calling people's names out and doing all this stuff. The same way that they made their comments about me, I don't overlook anybody. I'm just not trying to go and start trouble. I say what I have to say in general, and then I keep it moving. It's not about a subliminal. It's about being an adult. Because if I say something that can apply to everybody, myself included. So at the end of the day, have a good one, Tyson. If you don't like the way that somebody's commentary is being given, if you don't like the way that someone's commentary is being given, okay, y'all, just to let y'all know that I just got something saying that some comments were deleted by mistake. Sometimes the comments can go so fast and you're trying to catch one comment and then you end up doing another one. So, like I said, my apologies for that. I understand how that goes. So thank you. I'm saying thank you over here. Thank you. I just asked a question. I don't know what that means. Tracy, I didn't see what your question was. I'm sorry. Nobody wins in this situation. I agree. So Rogers, it's okay for the subliminals to benefit one, but I get blocked for responding, telling her I tried to help her. 71 Suburban, I don't even know what you're talking about. And I don't do subliminals. That's the thing. I'm grown. I don't do subliminals. Everything that I say applies to everybody. But when you are taking one side, then there's something about what I said that you feel may apply to this person. It applies to everybody. If you're doing it, then it applies to you. If you're not doing it, then you don't feel like somebody's targeting you when you go about your business. That's what I'm saying. If it doesn't apply, it doesn't apply. If somebody says something and it doesn't apply to me, I keep it pushing. Oh, you made a good point there, and I keep it moving. But that's the thing. When I say that nobody should come after anyone's channel, okay, so who is 71 Suburban Girl? I never disrespect your channel. I'm not speaking on. Who is that? Okay. 312. Okay, I got you. Hey, sitting up smoking and be on your live is not. Look, I can't tell anybody else how to run their chat. And like I said, I feel like everybody brings something to the table. That has been my stance from the beginning. I don't take that back. But what I will say is that if you want things to be better, then you have to make it better. There is no reason for this stuff that has been going on to be drugged out this long. That's what I'm saying. None of it should have been drugged out this long. The stuff shouldn't have been brought up in the beginning, but it definitely shouldn't have been drugged out this long. That's what I'm saying. And then people are on like they're being forced to be put in the middle. Why do people have to be put in the middle? Handle it and then leave it alone. That's all I'm saying. And then, again, that's just my opinion. I can't tell grown folks what to do. That's just my opinion, which I am entitled to like everyone else. Now, I don't come after people in a negative way. Even the times that I should have, I didn't. But at the end of the day, insanity is doing the same thing over and 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 over again, expecting a different result. The first part of the change process RSK, what are you talking about? What about the sisters? I do speak to them. Who told you that? See, are we going with lies again? Is that what we're doing? Let me. This is how you do stuff real quick. Let me do this real quick. Ah, shoot. My bad. Didn't mean to call y'all. So you looking for something online? Oh, okay, that's a telemarketer right there. You're looking for something online, and what's today? Saturday? That was Thursday. I'm not going to put all their things up here because I don't want to mess around and show anybody's number. If you've been watching my channel, even in the last live that I did, you will see one of them in there as the moderator talking. So once again, you come up with stuff and you're making up stuff. I'm not putting my business with them on YouTube to try to appease anybody. We're not doing that because people came after them whenever they said something and had so much to say, and I refuse to put them in a situation that I have some control over. I refuse to put them in a situation where people are coming after them and I have some control over that. I'm not going to do it. And I made that clear a while ago. I absolutely am not going to do it. And let me do this real quick, because I called and hung up. Hey, I had called you by accident on my live, so don't think I just hung up. I didn't mean to call. I'll call you when I get off. Huh? Okay, then. Bye. All right. All right, y'all. So, like I said, I feel like every blogger that is on here, I'm talking about, we're talking about Tasha K. We're talking about Shoot Armand. We're talking about, I can't even remember. Shoot, I even say Dana. Lord, we're talking about whoever. Everybody brings something to the table. You decide who you want to watch. You decide who you want to believe. You decide what you want to believe. But at the end of the day, everybody is responsible for their own channel. You are responsible for what you put out. You are responsible for what you allow on your channel. You're responsible for that. I just feel like, again, if we are going to allow one person to give their opinion, then we have to be fair to everybody. It shouldn't be one way. It shouldn't be that these folks can say what they want to say and these folks can't say what they want to say. Now, what I don't agree with is lying on people. That I don't agree with. I'm not backing anybody on lying on somebody. Not going to do it. Your opinion is your opinion, but if you're lying on folks, then you're dead wrong. Because we weren't given these platforms to just sit here and put out false truths about people. So that's why it will behoove us to make sure that we are researching whatever information that we put out there. That's it. Not just lying on people, lying to your people. For RSK, they're respecting your question, but they're respecting my wishes as well. I'm not answering that question for anybody anymore. I've answered that question more than enough times, and I'm done. And I'm one of those people now. I am out of the explanation phase. I'm out of that. So whether I do or I don't, you decide that you want to watch or you don't want to watch. That's where I'm at. But when we were talking about that, the being gullible. And I spoke on something. And it's not, it's in the video that I did. It's called Cognitive Misers. And these are people that they just go with the flow. They just want somebody to tell them something. They don't want to go and actually analyze it or try to get, to like really go and try to research information for themselves. They're just the people that want to sit here and want people to just regurgitate certain things, and they won't go and actually look up information for themselves. They just want you to give them the answer. So my thing would be, if there's no we as supporters, that's you want to know. So this is my answer to you. Go back, go do your research. I have videos for days on here. So if you want that question answered, then go back through my videos. And then you draw your own conclusion. That's my answer. It wasn't rude. It wasn't rude. That's my answer. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Because I'm seeing people that come on my channel that aren't usually on my channel. Listen. Take that mess somewhere else. This is the only time you'll hear me telling somebody that you don't have to be here. Take that mess somewhere else. Because nobody on here knows each other. Unless you knew each other before you came on these YouTube streets, you don't know one soul out here in these YouTube streets. You do not know them. Why are we acting like we know people? I don't know. Why are we fussing back and forth with people like we know folks? I don't know. I don't know. But this Now, I'm pretty sure there are some other folks that will welcome this. Y'all have at it. Y'all have at it. So we're gonna move forward. We're gonna keep on moving. But let me be clear about something. I want to be clear about something. My channel is not, was not, has never been dedicated to one person. Let me be clear on that. Is not, has not, will not. Let me get, ain't not. And I know that don't go like that, but I'm just, no. Mm-mm. If that is what you are looking for, then this is not the right channel for you. And I will humbly respect your decision to go to another channel. And let me do this really quickly, and I think it's gonna show up in my let's see. So let me do this really quick. Let me do this really quick. All right. So RSK, I don't know what you got going over there. I don't know if you're male or female, or I'm not sure. You'll never see me getting out of character because this is my character. Period. What I will show you is, let me see if I can find it. Because you have questions. I have answers. So I'm going to put I'm going to make it my whole screen. This is my channel. Okay? Way back when, you see some conversations up here. But you see, it wasn't just one conversation. Okay? And if I wanted to continue and I made it about views, then I could have kept those conversations going because clearly they get views. But I had hid those conversations once all the foolishness started going on. But as you can see, this channel is not, will not, won't not, ain't not dedicated to one individual. When I say that I stand for justice and I am against injustice, see, that injustice doesn't stop or start with one person. You see. I'm just saying. So if there is any question about what I do on this channel, this is why I tell you to go back through my videos. I'm not being mean. I'm answering your question. Go back through my videos and you can see what I'm about. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's it. But what I am saying, that is this type of stuff that keeps the confusion going. It's this type of stuff that I'm seeing in my chat right now. And I guess I'm going to have to be the one to go and delete the comments myself. It's the kind of stuff that I'm seeing in my chat right now with people going back and forth. Because if you own this channel, you know this is not what we do over here. So let me start by setting the example. I don't do a lot of moderators because I feel that that moderator title, I don't just give that to anybody. So I'm going to ask that the moderators that I do have in here right now, if you see folks going back and forth in the chat, I am asking you to delete those comments. If they get upset, they will be okay. They will be okay. But we run in today like any other day. And if somebody up here is being disrespectful or they feel like they got to go back and forth and it's not conducive to what we're trying to do on here today, then delete it, please. Don't feel bad about it. Just delete it. I am okay with it. Oh, was that Renee Kelly in the chat? Is that one of the sisters? I missed that. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Hold on. I'm completely missing this. Hey, woman of God. Hey. All right, listen, y'all. I'm just seeing the conversation going on with this stuff with Pap. Listen, let me be clear. I don't agree with everything Pap says, and Pap for darn sure don't agree with everything that I say. We're going to make that clear. We've had conversation before. But she was one of the people that I was talking about when I said that women are allowed, that men are allowed to say certain things on their channels, but when women say it, then it's a problem. We got to stop that. We got to stop that. But let me say this. I feel the same thing about the Boom Boom Room. She's entitled to say whatever she wants to say on her channel. If people don't like it, then you have the opportunity to listen or don't listen. The thing is, however stuff goes, if you come at somebody, then of course they have the right to come back however they choose to come back, and vice versa. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to tell her how to run her channel, because she runs her channel to flip the way she want to run it. Everybody else runs their channel the way that they want to run it. What I don't agree with is the minute something gets said over there on her side, then everybody want to jump on her about something that's being said, but you won't jump on other people. That's what I don't agree with. That's what I do not agree with. And that's just me being honest. The same way over here. If I say something and oh, you shouldn't have said that. And I'm not saying anything that's degrading anybody. But no, you shouldn't have said that, and why this and why that. Well, how are you brave enough to come on this channel and ask these questions, but when you see some real mess going on over here, then you don't have the balls to go and ask this person why they're doing what they're doing? That's what I have a problem with. That's where that hypocrisy comes in at. You gonna come after her, but you don't have nothing to say over here. How does that work? That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. But we see it a lot. We see it a lot. This one can say, and it's not just a male-female thing, but some people can say stuff over here and then they come over here, and you can't. We have to be fair. Sure, we got to be consistent. We have to be consistent. So somebody may feel that I'm taking up for her in this situation. Yes, I am. And I'm not just taking up for her. I'm taking up for all the women that are on YouTube at this point. If the guys can go and say whatever they want to say, then and it's okay. Then why in the world are you coming after females for speaking their opinion? Regardless of what blogger it is. I had to get the females first. Now, when it comes to the men, if one can say something over here and then somebody says something over here, then why are you okay with it over here? But then you come over here, oh no, they shouldn't say da 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 da. You just okayed it over here. You stamped it with approved. So I asked the question before. And I had one person said that they were willing to step up. Who is going to be the voice of reason? Who? Who is going to be the voice of reason? Who is willing to stand up and do the right thing and not give a flip about somebody coming after them? Because you know if you speak the truth, they're going to come. They're going to have something to say. They are going to have a problem with you. Once we remember that these folks don't know us, it doesn't matter if they go and look up information on us. I've been a victim of that. You can look up all the information that you want to, you still don't know me. And to me, the mere fact that you feel like you have to come in and try to come at me that way over something on YouTube, then you see what I'm saying? You got to quit like it. Should it? Still, at the end of the day, you don't know me. So that's what I encourage people to remember. These people don't know you. You have to ask yourself, hey, Scorpio, is this someone that you would even deal with? And I have to call it real life. Is this somebody that you would even deal with in real life? Is this someone that you would even sit and try to explain stuff to in real life? Take the YouTube part out of it. Ask yourself that question. Then ask yourself, why let me put this one out here for the bloggers. Let me back the bloggers real quick. Why does anyone feel that a blogger has to explain anything about their personal lives to anybody? The people that want to know these questions, you're not going around telling your business to everybody. Why do you think that the blogger owes you any explanation about what's going on in their personal lives? See, that's that buffale. Oh, they owe us an explanation. They owe what? Don't nobody owe you jack. Not when it comes to their personal lives. They don't owe you nothing. If they decide to share certain things, then they decide to share it. If not, it ain't none of your darn business. Facts. Just like whatever's going on in your personal life, ain't none of our business. I'm just saying. It's none of our business. That's all I'm saying. I'm seeing something about cash apps. Let me address that. Let me see how much time I got. As far as the cash apps, I said this before. I'm going to repeat this again. Yeah, I said ain't not. I said it. We have a lot of conversations going on about cash apps. Let me tell you what I feel about that. My first thing is for the bloggers. Cash apps, super chats, super stickers, if you have PayPal, whatever. If somebody decides to give to us, then that's a blessing. We have to see it for the blessing that it is, because no one is entitled to do anything. At no point. They can watch us all day. They can soak up all the information that they want, and they are not entitled to give us anything. So we have to accept that for the blessing that it is, period. Point blank. It's not anyone's, they're not obligated to do anything. We shouldn't expect them to do anything. If they do it, then we should be grateful. That's it. That's all. That's just how I feel on that. That's how I feel on it. Now, that being said, when bloggers come and take the time to make videos and they are providing entertainment, They are doing a job. They are taking their time to put stuff together. They are using their electricity or their cell phone. They're using their minutes, their data, like whatever it is. If somebody's coming on YouTube, YouTube is a business. YouTube is a business. Like I told you before, don't let nobody lie to you. It's a business. So eventually, at some point, if people are working constantly on their channel, then the expectation is, and the understanding should be, that they're going to make money. They're going to have some type of monetary gain. They're going to be benefited monetarily. Those are just facts. If you don't want to give to somebody, don't give to them. Him or her. If you are going to give to somebody, and then you got to go and brag or let everybody know what you did, if you feel the need to do that, don't give to them. Because you have to ask yourself, why did you give it to them in the first place? Oh, wow. Hold on. Lisa, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Let me put this question up here. Hey, Doc, how come you get Cash App? You look like you have money. Let me say this real quick. The only time that I have even reached $100 on my Cash App was on my birthday. I think there may have been 2 other times where somebody actually put something in my Cash App. My Cash App has been used to give to my viewers. So if you want to know why I have Cash App, then ask the people that are subscribed to my channel that have been the recipients of money from my Cash App. Again, that's why I say you must do your research. You can count the money that I get, because if I get money, 98% of the time it's coming through that super chat that y'all see on the screen right there. And if you have been watching my channel, then you would know that 9 times out of 10, I'm giving this money back to the subscribers. Now, to ask me why I have a super chat after I just finished explaining that regardless, it doesn't matter how much money I have or that you think I have, I never claimed to be rich. Or me being beautiful or having an education has nothing to do with me receiving anything for any services that I provide. So we have to okay. Let me try to get through. If you don't want to give info, if you don't want to give info, then you need to stop asking people to support your bills and place to stay with Cash Apps. Okay, let me speak on that because that's a definite dig right there. That's a definite dig. Just because you decide to give somebody money, that does not give you an open invitation into their private lives. And I don't know who that person, we know that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Your job pay you all the time, but that don't mean that entitles them to be in your business. We got to stop doing that. We got to stop doing that. Right. Okay, one of the things that I asked before was for people not to be putting people's names in the chat. That was one of the things that I asked. You either respect the channel or you don't. If you don't respect it, then mods, y'all handle y'all business. But coming on here trying to drag people by name, it doesn't matter who it is. We're not doing that over here because what I'm saying applies to everybody. Everybody. And here's the thing with this. Here's my take on talking about somebody's crimes. And I'm just going to be honest with this one. To me, if you committed a crime, you committed a crime. It doesn't matter what it is. That's my opinion. If you committed a crime, then you committed a crime. But that's the world that I work in. So when people come up here, oh, well, you did this, I only did that, you did BS. If you had a number, you committed a crime. That's it, that's all. And that's the only discussion I have on that. Now, unless people are sitting up here trying to listen, we got the game twisted. And that's the stuff that I'm talking about. I've watched people sit here and talk about all this, well, this person did blah, 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 blah. And they completely overlook what happened on their end. If you committed a crime, you committed a crime. Now we sitting up here talking, oh, well, who crime weighs more than the other crime? And I don't know who did what, where, how. But again, what I'm saying is if you don't want folks commenting on this right here, then don't comment on that. Leave it alone. Because the truth be told, boy, y'all ain't gonna like this. There ain't too many bloggers on here that don't have a criminal history of some sort. Those are facts. But quick to talk about somebody else's. That is hypocrisy to me. I know I committed a crime, but at least I didn't do this. Stop it. Please. What makes you any different than the people that are talking about the person that everybody supports that says that he should be under the jail for what people are alleging because of the type of crime that it is, but then you want to sit up here with a straight face and try to judge somebody else's crime, but you say other people wrong for judging what's been alleged over here. That's the kind of BS I'm talking about. Oh, you good now because you committed this type of crime. What makes it any different? I'm waiting. What makes it any different? I'm just asking for a friend. If your crime has a victim, what makes it any different? Or alleged victim. What makes it any different? That's what I was saying before. We go and we do things and we put stuff out here and we expect people to do something that we're not even willing to do. You want somebody to have some compassion for somebody else. You don't have compassion for other people. So what makes you think that the person that you're supporting, that people are going to have compassion for that person? You get what you put out. y'all taking statements that are made by people and making them fact. Is this not the same thing that is being done to the person that you're supporting, and you're saying that that's wrong? Are you not taking part of a story and making it law? Are you not acting as judge and jury? So if you can't get over doing that, then why should America get over doing it? Because you can't do it your darn self. Hold on now. Didn't I hear some people say that public opinion is not... If your focus is on this particular thing and making sure that people see the hypocrisy in that situation, then you can't do the same thing that you are accusing those other folks of doing. That doesn't work. No, every crime doesn't have a victim. You may jaywalk. There's no victim. It's still a crime. It's a crime. We can put them in different categories, but it's a crime. Trying to see something. Hey, Miss D. Boom Boom Room, Stand Up to Be Counted, Langston, Kristen, XOXO, Butter, Valicia, Mia, Curtis, Nene and the Truth. '71 Suburban Girl. I agree with that. I'm sorry, I gotta look at it up here because they don't move the chat. They're like they don't go together. So I'm trying to see. Pure Love. I just want to correct you on that one now, because I have never told anybody not to give somebody's cash out. That's one thing I will not do. And I don't tell anybody who to subscribe or not subscribe to. I'm a firm believer. You go on any page, Latrice, that you want to go on, you are free to go. My only request is that whatever goes on somebody else's channel, don't bring that mess over here. Don't bring that mess over here. People will run with the lie before they believe the truth. This is true. This is true. DC native bird, Miss Vern. I don't need pure love. I don't think I spoke to you. All right. Zach, Amber, Curtis. If I repeat your name, I'm sorry. I'm just Peace Harmony. 4RSK, Joyce, Nene and the Truth. Atmos. Prayer Changes, Tay Tay, Mo Love Beauty. Britain. Oh, I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. Elaine. Scorpio. Now just give me a minute. I'm shouting people out. If I overlook you, put your name in the chat. Demetra, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. And thank you. Lavonda. XOXO. Trevin. Hey, I miss Trevin. South Cat. Okay, I think I got everybody. Tiff. No, I didn't. Debbie. And it won't let me go any higher than that. Thank y'all. Shout out to all of y'all for joining in. And understand, this is not something to try to come after people. That's not my purpose. That is not my purpose. My purpose is to get people to look at what's going on. Sometimes it takes for people to like give you a little reminder or point stuff out so that you can see that what we are doing is not working. And it's not a good look. It's not a good look. So if we see things that we can correct, and we're all supposed to be adults, then we go and we can respectfully give constructive criticism. And if we are adults and mature about what we're doing and we stand for what we say we stand for, nobody's saying that you got to accept everything that everybody says. But you can definitely go back and be like, I didn't think about that. Or maybe I need to look at that. Maybe. If you tell a lie big enough and keep repeating it, people will eventually believe it. Amber Renee, true story. Research shows that a statement, all it needs to do is be repeated 3 times for people to believe it. Whether it's true or false. Not saying everybody will believe it, but if you tell it to the right people 3 times, it becomes fact. Hold on for Christmas is my 2 friends. Princess Diana. I'm not dumbing myself down. Please don't dumb yourself down. Basic Mom. Zach, no, I did not see your question. You may want to put it in here again because I don't see it. Okay. Bird and wishing here. That's trouble right there, y'all. Daddy Lolo, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Where is that comment? I want to put that one up. This is the truth. You definitely don't want a bunch of people around you that agree with everything you say. How do you evolve and grow with yes, sir people in your circle? You can't. Very important. We've seen how that affects people. We've seen how that works out. Most definitely. Most definitely. So this is where we are, y'all. This is where we are. So here's my thing. Here's my thing. Thank you, Zach. I do not have any issues. Let me not say issues. I don't have any beefs with any bloggers on YouTube. Even if they don't like me, they don't like me. It is what it is. But I'm not getting in the middle of anybody's beefs because I feel like everybody has something to contribute. That's where I'm at. I'm at the place where if I feel like watching your channel, I'm going to watch it. If you don't want me there, that's fine. But YouTube is open to the public. So I'll just watch from the bushes. Okay? That's where I'm at. I'm not going to go and I'm not going to turn on someone for anybody else. I have never been that way. I will never be that way. If someone has issues, those are their issues. They are not mine. They are not mine. If that offends somebody or somebody's, I don't apologize for it. But I've never been the one to go and nah, that's not how we operate. That's not how we operate. Even if you don't like me, I still feel like, look, there still may be something I can get from your channel. So unless it's just a bunch of bouffalet, I may drop in, listen to a little bit, see what I can get out of it, and then I'll keep it pushing. I don't have to let you know that I was there. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to leave a telegram. I ain't got to do none of that. I'm just going to do what I need to do, and I'm out, you know? Because I understand that being a blogger, unless you're just coming and just dropping some nonsense, being a blogger isn't easy. That's it. I'm hoping that everybody can get to the place where you can allow each other to be free. If we say that we are independent thinkers, then we should allow other people to be independent thinkers. And this may sound ugly, but y'all, and I mean this, y'all, unless somebody's paying you, it's not your job to go and report back who on somebody else's channel. If you're getting paid, have at it. Otherwise, why? I think we're in a sad place where if you show up somewhere and you make a statement and somebody sees you, then they got to go and run back and tell other people. And now you are banned from the island. I don't agree with that. I do not agree with that. And I know somebody's going to have something to say about that. I don't apologize for that. I don't agree with that. I just don't. We got to realize that if all these people were listening to all these other folks from the beginning, just because people have a difference of opinion and start falling out, you can't automatically expect this person not to like this person or that. Listen. And yes, some people may be wrong in stuff that they said or their actions. A lot of folks have been wrong with some of that stuff. But then you also have to acknowledge where you may have gone wrong too. And this is what I'm saying. As bloggers, we can't use our viewers and our subscribers as pawns. We don't own anybody. We legit can't tell people what to do. And I am sorry. I don't mean any offense to anybody. But you look real foolish if you let these bloggers tell you what to do. We don't know you from a can of paint. We have not earned the right to tell you what to do. I'm just saying. Now, as bloggers, we got to respect the people that give us the opportunity to share information with them. and backing them in a corner and telling them where they can and can't go, who they can and can't talk to, having people walking on eggshells, worrying about what somebody's going to take back to somebody else. That's not fair. It's not fair. It's not right. It's morally wrong. How is that any different when folks told people to mute whoever? Have the bloggers now become a part of the mute culture? Because that's what I'm seeing. You can't listen to him. You can't watch him. You can't do this. You can't do that. If you do, then you are such and such. Is it not the same thing? To tell somebody that they can't go here? So I'm going to say this and I'm going to get off here because I done been on here too long. I feel like I spoke my piece. Anybody that chooses to come over to this channel, as long as you are respectful on this channel and just don't come over here trying to call out people's names and put them on blast, because my moderator is going to delete you. I keep that circle real small, and I do that for a reason. Because contrary to what other people may think, everybody don't deserve a wrench. Because I see what people do with those wrenches. You're not going to use that as a tool over here. It's not going to be a weapon. So you are welcome. Now I can tell you now, if somebody see that you were talking trash about me, one of the moderators, they might try to hit you up. I don't have nothing to do with that. I don't have nothing to do with that. But when it comes to disrespect, even when it comes to disrespecting someone else, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. We are not going to do it. Other than that, I am one who understands that, yes, I built my platform, but my platform could not be what it is or what it will continue to be without the viewers and the subscribers. I am never going to get on here and say I built this by myself. I am never going to get on here and act like I am the head NHIC in charge, because I understand that it wasn't just y'all. It was him up there, and it will continue to be him up there. I can't do anything by myself. Anything. Cannot, did not, will not, won't not, once again, ain't not. Yes, I'm making that up. But we cannot do this without y'all. And if anybody is acting like they can, they are not being honest. They're not being honest with themselves, and they're for darn sure not being honest with you. Those are facts. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Every view, every subscriber, every member, it don't matter if you're just passing through to see what's going on. Thank you. To every blogger that comes out here and decides that they want to get out here knowing how treacherous these streets are, thank you. You don't have to like me. I'm still thanking you. I still love you for the person that you are. Not the stuff that you're throwing out here on YouTube. I love you for the people that you are. Hopefully we can get to the place where we all understand that, because we do not know each other. But we have built a rapport. We have built a rapport. And there is somewhat of a family or familial relationship that has developed in the Black Tube streets, period. It doesn't matter if it's somebody that you like or somebody that you consider the ops. We are all a part of these Black Tube streets. Those are facts. Those are facts. And I won't take anything away from anybody that comes on here, puts out information so that people know what's going on. I'm not going to take that. I wouldn't dare try to take that away from anybody. I would ask the same thing of the bloggers, to remember that whenever you are dealing with your viewers, your subscribers, anybody, like, at the end of the day, we all in this together. We are all in this together. And everybody has a role to play. You don't have to understand what a person's role is. Just understand that they have one. That's it. That's all. Stand up, be counted. I got to write that down. Let me make sure I go to your channel. Thank you, stand up to be counted. Again, I wish you all well. I would say this. Just try not to let anybody pull you into something. Dr. Writers, thanks for allowing me to come on your platform and post here. You're not blocking it. Daddy, Lolo, I will not do that on here. But I know where the full message coming from. I'm just gonna say, don't allow anybody to pull you in on stuff, y'all. Try to remain as neutral as possible. Because it's just like a relationship with the man and the woman. This is why you don't bring people into your relationships, because at the end of the day, they may let you know what's going on, and now you're all fired up and upset, and you want people to just, oh, you just angry, and then they go and make up, and then you're left here feeling like a fool. You understand what I'm saying? Because you were like forced to pick sides, and now they've decided that they're going to move on, and now you're here like, but didn't you just say? But what about? You understand what I'm saying? So the best thing is to just try to stay neutral. Just try to be as neutral as possible. For me, if you don't want me saying something, I ain't gonna even say that, because if you tell me you don't want me there, you know, I come and watch. I just take my subscription away. But yeah, don't let anybody use you as a pawn. Because you do have that power. You own your view and you own that subscription. You do own those things. So if it gets to the point where people don't appreciate what you're doing, or for you even giving them that time, then you got to reevaluate those situations. And for anybody that thinks that I cater to one person or the other one, then you should know better than that, because this message goes out to everybody. Sometimes you have to show people how to treat you. If they won't treat you right, you got to show them how to treat you. Because folks only do what you allow them to do. So, with that being said, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I really do. I hope that y'all got something out of this. I hope that anybody that came in with any malicious intent and wanted to take the message and turn it around to something else, I hope that the spirit that guides me takes that message that you're trying to use as something negative and puts it the way that it's supposed to be. Because there is nothing malicious coming from this channel. If you can learn something, learn it. We never get to the place where we know it all and we can't learn stuff from other people. The moment that you stop learning is the moment that you cease to exist. I'm just saying. So again, I appreciate all of you. Shout out to the Dime Squad, to all the certified dimes that are in here. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your support. I uploaded something for you guys. I'm going to put some more of the videos in there that I hid before. You know, because of all the drama and stuff, I am going to continue giving you guys access to those videos. But I won't make them public. So those are going to be for you guys. So I appreciate you for being a member of the channel. For the people that came in, thank you again. I hope you got something out of it. But thank you for blessing me with your view, because again, you didn't have to do it. I acknowledge that. You did not have to do it. Thank you. Thank you. If you are not subscribed to this channel and you got anything out of today, please subscribe. This is me. This is who I am. I don't change. Like, what you see is what you get. I'm not going to curse you out. I'm not going to come and try to. I'm just not going to do that. I'm not. It's not in my DNA. And to be honest with you, I'm not going to let anybody over here do that to you either. My people are my people, period. That's just where I stand. And I have to make that abundantly clear. So hopefully if you got something out of it, you will subscribe to the channel. And if you do, I appreciate it. Even if you don't, I appreciate it, because you still watch the video. If you'd like to become a certified dime, again, the doors of the church are always open. They are always open. Yeah, and I want you to leave your comments below. I like reading comments, y'all. Leave your comments below. I promise you I'll read it. And with that being said, y'all, salute to y'all. Everybody that stayed on and watched, salute. Salute, because you could have been somewhere else doing something else. So salute to all of y'all. And if nobody else tells you that they appreciate you, I truly do. And that's all I have to say. So until next time, I bid you guys farewell. I hope you continue to enjoy the rest of your day. Actually, I hope that whatever's been going on, I hope it's better than what was already going on today. You know, try to cleanse yourself, try to do a detox from some of this stuff that has been going on. Do a detox and get it out your system. Doc, can I keep my wrench? Curtis, let me see. Yeah, I'm actually going to put some more moderators on here. I just been trying to recycle a little bit. I'm definitely going to put some more moderators on here. That's fine because I have very few guys. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. I really do. And just try to get the stuff out of your system, even if it takes a few days to you know what I'm saying? If you got to back away for a few days or do whatever you need to do to get it off your timeline for a few days and like just watch some other people, because that's what I had to do. Do whatever you need to do to just do a self detox, because this stuff, like if you internalize it, y'all, this stuff can be just as deadly as that COVID. So just try to do a detox and get this stuff out of your system and regroup. Butterflyness, I thought you were a mod. So that's what it is. Again, thank y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. And thank y'all for your support. If I can be of any support to you, just let me know. Oh, one last thing. I'm sorry. Now, see, I done lied about getting off here. I'm sorry. At this point, I finally have my P.O. box set up. So I said before that I was going to be for people that wanted to, that had businesses and stuff and wanted to get stuff to me for me to do reviews. I am going to start doing reviews of people's businesses and their products and stuff like that. So if you have something that you want to get out there to the people, because what I'm going to do with the sponsorships, instead of allowing YouTube to show me what to do with the sponsorships, I'm going to try to do them myself and put stuff out there myself for people that are really trying to get their businesses going. So if you look on my about page, or if you look in the description here, I don't have it in there now, but I'll go and my P.O. box is in there. It says Rex, Georgia. No, I do not stay in Rex, Georgia. So don't come there looking for me. Okay. But yeah, my P.O. box is in there. So if you have something that you want to get out there to the people and you want me to do a review on it, then you can send it to that P.O. box. You'll need to write a description of what it is. Tell me a little bit about your business so that when I come on here, I will know what I'm talking about. Okay. So with that being said, again, you can go look at my about section and it's in there, or go and look at my last video. It's in there as well. P.O. box. I can't tell you what P.O. box is right now, but yeah. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good evening and I will see you next time. Bye.